Hiya folks, how's it going? I'm Lexi and I like tabletop games. So much so that I review one here once a week, every week. If that sounds interesting to you, I encourage you to subscribe and keep watching. Today's game was sent to me by its creator, which I am always honored to receive a game from someone and to feel trusted enough to review their hard work. If you have a game that you would like me to feature on this channel that you've made, please reach out to me. I do have a bit of a backlog I'm working through at the moment, but that doesn't mean I am not eager to hear about what you've been working on. Today, let's look at a game that has me super intrigued. This is Nibiru. To start this game off, I want you to think about a spaceship. No bigger than what you're thinking. Even bigger. And more bigger than that. Think of a whole world contained in metal. Because this is not an organic or natural structure, the world of Nibiru is one where every single resource has had to be created, from breathable air to gravity. It's also so vast that different parts of this world don't know each other. Even if they're known to each other, there's several different belief systems, societies, and ways of governance. The player characters in this game are amnesiacs. The story of the game is not just about the players, their present and future, but it is also about their past. The characters in this story are trying to uncover what they forgot and why. I really like that each part of the populated world of Nibiru is given its own little write-up. Not just of what the place is like, but I really like that they broke it down into sections where they ask the question, why do people come here, and who are the notable persons in this place? It gives reasons as to why people would populate different parts of a world that has no natural resources. The world of Nibiru is filled with different factions, societies, reasons to stay in one place or to go to another. I also want to mention how cool the maps are in this game. You're not necessarily always traveling horizontally in this game. You could perhaps travel vertically. The way that the different places are represented to each other look like sort of cells that are reaching out to one another. It's abstract in a really visually engaging way. This game requires a group of players and a game master. For most tests in this game, you are going to be rolling d4s, where the 4 is a success. In this game, you are going to roll tests using a pool of d4s and try to get as many 4s as possible. If a roll is contested, meaning it's between two active opposing forces, the players will do something different instead. The two characters will roll their d4s and add the sum of their pools up. Whoever has the higher sum is the winner. Combat also works in a similar way. The higher your pool result is, the better you do. If you happen to double or triple another person's result, you can do more damage to them. Generally, you are pulling your pool from a general mind or body points pool. The mind and body also are really important. If you run too low on your body, you will become unable to act and broken in some way, and run too low on the mental scale and your mind starts to slip. Some actions that a player might take in this game deserve to be named. These tend to be created by the group rather than written out in the manual. To perform this action well, the player character needs to remember doing this action in their past somewhere. To gain these actions, the players fill out a little journal entry about what this memory is. Doing this generally adds some kind of modifier to any sort of role or action you'll take for it. The more you remember, the more skills you gain. Memories can play an even bigger role mechanically. You can, for example, gain revelations. You gain one of these when you fill out a journal entry and spending 4 memory points. There's 2 types of revelations you can gain this way. There's the passive ones, which don't cost anything to use, but they tend to be less powerful. Then there are the active ones, which can do some really powerful stuff, but generally to activate and use them, you need to spend memory points. Something that I really like is that because the gravity is artificial, crucial in this world. It is more or less effective in different areas, and you can mark this when you are traveling in different spaces on your character sheet, and it could hinder or help your movement. This game deeply rewards people for investing in their characters and wanting to investigate what happened in their mysterious past. The discovery process itself is really exciting. This game is so cool. The mechanics and the lore had me oohing and ahhing as I was just initially flipping through. It's a big world, and I think to run a campaign you'd want to start in one area and maybe move outwards from there. I wish I had more time to talk about all the cool different cultures and places in this world. I definitely think this is a game for tabletop players who are looking for a bit more of an advanced or new experience. Perhaps if you had someone really enthusiastic who was a beginner, they could get a grasp of this game. I don't necessarily think this game is beginner friendly, but I'm always happy to be proven wrong. The easiest way for everyone to get a copy of this game is probably through DriveThruRPG, where a PDF is $27 USD. I know that there's a couple of stores in Australia that have this game in its physical copy. I'm not sure about other countries, but the art is so gorgeous and so interesting that I would definitely at least ask your local gaming store if they don't have it, if they can get it in for you. So those were my thoughts on Nibiru. It's cool. Tell me what you think about it in the comments down below. If you were to make a skill that required a memory to perform, what skill would it be? While you're telling me about that, or what you thought about the game or video in general in the comments, I encourage you to like, subscribe, turn on notifications, maybe share with a friend. It all encourages me to keep going. I also have a Ko-fi page where you can support this channel to pay for, say, printing costs of books, or you can just see what I'm up to. I hope you're all well, and I look forward to seeing you next time at the gaming table. Bye!